Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk all about how to not quit your daydream, to hopefully make a slightly inspirational video for you guys, how to make sure you keep believing in yourselves, that you don't give up on whatever dream or goal that you have. So I just wanted to quickly explain why I'm going to make this video today, and then we'll get into 5 tips that I have for you guys. Basically it came out of a conversation on Twitter, and Twitter is really difficult to look back on. So I tried to find it and I just utterly failed. But basically a few weeks ago, I think we must have been talking about publishing. And someone said to me, you know, I find it really hard to keep believing in myself when nobody else seems to. She'd obviously had some rejections, trying to get published, and was really struggling with how to kind of keep focused on her goal and keep believing in herself when she wasn't really getting any outside influence. And I definitely remembered exactly what that feeling was like. If you're new to my channel, I am a writer, I'm a full-time author. I write the Glendale Hall Women's Fiction series, and definitely while I was trying to get published, I had a lot of rejections and a lot of moments where I was just like, I'm not sure I can keep trying. I'm not sure I can keep believing in myself. Maybe I should give up. So I actually replied to this person and said, oh, you know, that would be a good subject for a video. And I wrote it down on my list of video ideas. And every time it came to make a video, I decided not to make that one. And I realised yesterday that the reason was I lacked self-belief in myself to make the video. Yes, the irony. I thought hardly anyone watches my YouTube channel. Hello, thank you so much if you do. You know, no one's going to be interested, no one's going to watch it, no one's going to want my advice. You know, who do I think I am? I'm so far away from a household name. I'm not a best-selling author. I'm not on the Sunday Times bestseller list. I don't have a film deal. I don't have a TV deal. You know, I am not an expert. And then I said to myself yesterday, why do you do this? I don't know if it's just me, but I just feel sometimes I'm really self-deprecating. And if someone says, oh, you know, how are your books going? How's your writing career going? I'm like, oh, good, but you know, I'm not a bestseller yet. Or, oh yeah, it's good, but you know, I'm no JK Rowling. And it's just like, why do you do that? Why do you put yourself down? You know, I need to remember that I had a dream to get a book deal, to be a published author, and I am. So I did make a dream come true. I did keep believing in myself. I didn't give up. I didn't quit. So although I'm not an expert, I have been through that situation and I've made it happen. So hopefully I do have some insights that I can share with you guys, hopefully. And also, it doesn't matter who watches this video. It doesn't matter if only one person is inspired by this video. And because if I can just inspire one person to keep going, to not give up, to make their dream come true, then I absolutely think this video is worthwhile to make. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to get on with my 5 tips, but I hope that helped in some way, that I lacked self-belief to make this video. I was nervous it's going to come across as preachy or cliche or cringy, and then I thought, stop it, don't chicken out, believe in yourself, you can make this video. So hopefully you guys watching the video can do whatever it is at the moment that's on your mind that you want to do, but you are doubting yourself a little bit. And yeah, I really hope that these 5 tips help you guys in some way. So tip number 1 is set attainable goals and how you're going to reach them. So what I mean by that is you've got this big dream. So I'm going to use myself as an example just because it makes it easier. My dream was to be an author. But if you just have this big dream, it might only ever stay a dream because you need to set yourself goals to be able to reach it. And also it will help you not get down in the dumps that you're not there yet, because you've set yourself goalposts along the way. And once you tick them off, you know that you are on track to reach your final goal. And yeah, it will just help you stay on track, keep motivated, to stay determined and persistent, and to not give up, I think. So for example, if we take being an author, I set myself smaller goals along the way. So the first one was to finish the book. It sounds simple, but so many people don't actually hit that milestone. Finish the book. Get feedback, polish it, make it better. Then the next step, if you want to be traditionally published, find yourself an agent. And, you know, those are the goalposts that are going to help you reach your end goal, and they're going to keep you on track and keep you motivated. And I think that's really important, because otherwise you're just going to get lost in this big dream. And if it doesn't happen for you immediately, you're going to feel disheartened and you might give up. And that is not what we want you guys to do. So yeah, definitely set yourself smaller goals that are reachable, that are attainable, and that you know are going to lead to your ultimate goal in the end. My second tip is to learn from any setbacks. There is no one out there who has tried to reach a dream, a new career, a life goal, who has not experienced setbacks along the way. It's just impossible not to. But I think as long as you learn from them, then you're still keeping on track to reach your goal. So, for example, using being an author again, if you send your book into an agent and you get rejected, that is a setback, but hopefully you can learn from it. That agent might give you some feedback. It might say, you know, they might say, you need to work on your characterization, or your book is very slow, it needs to be fast paced, for example. Or if you want to be a singer and you go to an audition and you don't get it, they may give you some feedback as to why that is. You know, you looked like you were nervous, so you could work on building your confidence, for example. Or, you know, you have a YouTube channel and you want to reach 1,000 subscribers and your latest video doesn't do very well. You know, have a look at it, think, how can I make it better next time? There's all these different things that you can learn from and grow from. So don't think of a setback as telling you you're never going to achieve your dream. It's just telling you not quite there yet. You may need to tweak something, fix something, learn something, and then you will get there. So yeah, don't try. It's so hard. It really is so hard. Like, I know that I've had rejections and just thought, that's it, I'm giving up. I can't learn from this. I can't grow from this. That's it. They're just telling me I'm rubbish. And you might feel like that for a couple of days, but then re-look at the feedback, re-look at it, assess it, be harsh with yourself. Maybe they have a point. Maybe they're right. Maybe there is something you can change. And, you know, make that happen. And then you will definitely be on a much better track to reach your goal in the end. So my third tip to make sure that you don't give up chasing your dream is to celebrate the small wins. So as well as there being setbacks along the way, there are going to be little wins, and you may not realize it, and you may not see it fully clearly because you're so focused on the end goal, but really try to appreciate those little milestones along the way. So again, if we take trying to be an author, it could be the first time that you get really good feedback about your book. It could be the first time that an agent reads your whole manuscript and not just the first 3 chapters. So you have made it good enough that they want to keep on reading your book. It may be that first phone call from an agent, that first meeting with an agent. It may be getting that agent. You're not quite there yet. You haven't got your book deal, but you are well on your way. It is a small win, but it's an important win. It's part of your of the track that you're on. So go back again to those goals that you set yourself in the beginning. If you reach one of those goals, that is a massive tick. Celebrate it. Take a moment. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter that it took you a year to hit that goal. You've hit that goal. Celebrate it, and make sure that you realize how positive it is, how it is going to get you to that end dream that you have. And yeah, that will definitely help you not give up, because something good has happened. And even if it is a really small thing, it is very positive, and it means that you are well on your way to achieving what you want to achieve. So I definitely think we tend to, as people, well, I don't know, maybe it's just me, let me know, focus on the negative things, focus on those rejections, focus on those mistakes, focus on those negative comments, focus on that time somebody said something mean to you. And we forget about the times that somebody said something really positive to you, somebody that complimented you, something that went right, someone who told you well done, someone who gave you positive feedback or praise. And I think it's really important, if you want to not end up quitting, to try to focus on the positive things more than the negative things. And it is not easy, it really isn't. But if you can make sure you celebrate the small wins on your journey, definitely the destination will be not necessarily easier to obtain, but it will be easier for you to picture, easier for you to keep going to get there. Okay, my fourth tip is a really important one, and that is to remember that every single successful person has failed along the way. I mean, call me up on it, but I really believe that every single successful person has experienced failure, has experienced a setback, has made a mistake, has had things not worked out for them. And to be honest, I do think maybe that's why they're successful. I don't think if it all comes easy and straightforward, that you will want it as much, that you'll work as hard, that you'll feel as passionate. I might be wrong. But taking myself as an example, there was a moment where I had an agent. I was writing teen books at the time, and I decided that my next book that I wanted to write was women's fiction. It was an adult romance. And my agent at the time didn't represent that kind of work. And she was like, I think we need to part ways. So I went from being one step closer to my goal, having an agent, to losing that. I felt like I was right back at the start. And there was like a moment where I was like, maybe this isn't going to happen. Maybe I do need to give up. But I believed in this book that I was writing. I had this spark. I had this feeling that it might become something. And so I kept on. I rewrote it, I polished it, I edited it, and then I reached out to agents that represented that genre. One took me on. Hello, Hannah. And I got a book deal. I got a book deal with Headline. It's published. It became my debut novel, The Second Love of My Life. And I'm so relieved that I didn't give up. And if anything, I tried to make that setback make me even more focused and push me. And I think that is what successful people do. They really become even more determined when they experience a big setback. And that is really what I think you need to do. Look up stories. Look at how many rejections J.K. Rowling had. Look at how Walt Disney failed in building Disneyland. Or the person that whose name escapes me founded Starbucks. All these people failed. Inventors, you know, you didn't come up with the light bulb straight away or anything like that. And it is really difficult because it's so personal to you, your journey. But I do think if you take a moment to step back and think about all the successful people in the world, all the things that they've achieved, there is no way that came easy. Everybody fails, everybody has setbacks, but the reason that they make it in the end, the reason they are successful is that, you guessed it, they didn't give up. We've reached the fifth and final tip that I have for you guys, and that is remember why you started. So once again, as I said, when I had that real wobble, when I thought maybe this isn't going to happen for me, I made myself think about why I was doing this. Why did I want to be an author? And I thought back to that little girl who used to love reading books, who was an only child and just loved living in a make-believe world, who loved to use her imagination, who to her characters in books became real people, the books became real worlds. And I've always wanted to do that for somebody else to read one of my books and find joy and happiness, and to not be able to stop reading, to be up till 3 a.m. like just lost in my story. I wanted to be able to go into a bookshop and see my book on the shelf. I wanted to have somebody send me a message to say that they have felt inspired or that they have really enjoyed one of my books. And that is why I wanted to be an author. So along the way, when I experienced those down moments, when I experienced those setbacks, I tried to remind myself why I was doing this, why I started in the first place. So I think that's really important. I think that these 5 tips, they're almost in like a kind of a circle. So you start with your goals, you start with your dream and how you're going to get there. And so this 5th tip is to remember that, to go back to that, to go back to your original dream, back to those goals. refocus yourself and just stay on track, stay determined, stay persistent, because you know what you want to achieve in the end. And it is so difficult. I can't describe how many times I thought, why are you doing this? And I felt sometimes like it is difficult when you feel like you're the only one who believes in yourself. And there was moments of almost being a bit embarrassed, like when family or friends, meaning extremely well, by the way, asking you how it's going, you know, wanting to be supportive. And there was moments where you know, I felt embarrassed to say, well, you know, I still haven't got published, or I still haven't got the agent, or anything like that. But them asking, it does help keep you on track. So I don't think you should ever be afraid to share your dream to the people closest around you. They should be supportive and help cheer you on. But at the end of the day, it is all down to you. You know, you need to make that happen. You need to make your dream come true. And it is really hard when you feel like you're the only one that believes in yourself. But, you know, use that as a positive. You know, make sure you believe in yourself so much that everyone else is going to have to end up believing in you too. And that dream that you've got, you are going to achieve it one day. You are going to make that dream come true. And, you know, work as hard as you can, try as hard as you can. And, you know, I don't think you need to be like completely blinkered with it. You know, make sure you're still living your life and having fun and enjoying the day to day, because, you know, you don't want to like completely stress yourself out, be just completely focused on your dream. But never lose sight of it. Always make sure you keep that focus. Always make sure whatever you're doing is leading towards that end goal. And, you know, if you have to do it around a day job, for example, give yourself like an hour in the evenings or one day at the weekend where all you do that day is something that's going to lead you towards your dream, your end goal. And yeah, just keep reminding yourself why you're doing this, why you want to make it happen. And I really believe that you can and that you will make it happen. So there we go. Those were my 5 tips to make sure that you don't quit your daydream, you don't give up on your goal and what you want to achieve, and hopefully in the end you will achieve it and make those dreams come true. I really hope you enjoyed this video and then it was motivating and that it might have inspired you and that it didn't come across as cringy or preachy in any way, because that's what I was afraid of when I made this video. But I hope that you realise that I've just tried to be open and honest. I really struggled. I was rejected. I almost gave up. And I have still got so many goals and so much more that I want to achieve. I'm not a Sunday Times bestselling author. I'm not Stephen King or Danielle Steele or anywhere even as close to that. But I am a published author. I am making a living doing my dream job, and I definitely need to appreciate that more, to believe in myself more. And I hope just talking to you today has given you back a spark if you were struggling a little bit with your own goals and your own dreams. And yeah, I really hope it helped you in some way. Do let me know in the comments. And also let me know, what are your tips for not giving up on your dreams, to believe in yourself? Let us know. Let's share them in the comments and help each other. If you enjoyed it, please do give this video a thumbs up, and I would love you to subscribe for more videos. If you would like me to make more videos about, I don't know, achieving your dreams or about my journey getting published, anything like that, just pop any ideas or suggestions or questions down in the comments for me. And as ever, I hope you're all okay. Stay safe, look after yourselves, take care. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy it, and I'll see you next time for a new video. Bye guys.
I've never been into material things. I'm the type that usually connects to someone's energy, but you're acting used to me.